Hi, I'm Megan.
And I'm Rob. You're watching
Lists of 13.
Here you'll find lists of various topics, all in sets of 13.
If you have tristodectophobia, an irrational fear of the number 13, this video may not be for you. Otherwise, enjoy the list.
We're doing a series about one of my favorite shows. So without further ado, live from New York.
Excuse me. We're not live, and we're in Missouri.
Oh, right. Got a little bit excited there. Either way, this video is part of a series about Saturday Night Live cast members.
By the way, it's one of my favorite shows too.
So,
enjoy the list. Today we continue our series on SNL cast members. Today's features a gentleman who was funny and on for nearly a decade in the late 80s and early 90s. Tragically, he is yet another loss of life that happened far too early in his career. Today we bring you 13 facts about Phil Hartman that you probably didn't know.
Number 1. Hartman's SNL co-star and frequent scene partner Jan Hooks coined the nickname The Glue for her dear friend who helped her cope with stage fright and was never afraid to let someone else have the spotlight in a sketch. When he left the show after 8 seasons, the cast and crew presented him with a pedestal. Affixed to it was a bottle of wood glue.
That's super fun. That's a good trait to be known for sure.
Very true.
Number 2. Hartman appeared on 52 episodes of The Simpsons, voicing both Lionel Hutz, a stereotypical shady ambulance chasing lawyer in Springfield, and Troy McClure, usually shown doing low-level work such as hosting infomercials and educational films throughout the 90s.
The Simpsons, another one of my favorite shows.
Absolutely agree. And anybody who was able to either be a voice actor or act in themselves in The Simpsons was really just kind of a nod to how cool they are.
Oh, very cool. Exactly, I agree. Number 3. Hartman attended Santa Monica City College, but dropped out in 1969 so he could join the road crew of a rock band.
That's pretty cool. You don't get many opportunities to do something like that. Number 4. In 1972, he went back to school at California State University, Northridge, to get a degree in graphic arts.
Sounds like a nerd. I bet I'd get along with him well. Number 5. In his will, Hartman provided money for his children, Sean and Bergen, to be allotted over the course of their lives, if and only if a bachelor's degree was obtained from a 4-year university accredited by the Western Association of Schools and Colleges or some comparable nationally recognized organization.
That's actually really smart. I mean, to get money throughout your life instead of all in one lump sum, especially given the fact that they were not that old when their father passed away, all things considered, I think that's actually really great. You've got a degree for something that you could fall back on or use, and then the money enhances your life rather than just having the money.
No trust fund babies for him.
Right. Number 6. Phil had 2 totally different personalities. As his first wife, Lisa Jarvis, said, "My sense of Phil was that he was really 2 people. He was the actor and entertainer, and he was also the recluse."
I mean, there's some people that they just need alone time in order to recharge their batteries, if you will. Maybe he was one of them.
Makes sense. I mean, and given the fact that he was clearly into the arts based on his degree, that makes a lot of sense. Sometimes you need those are really more alone activities, if you will.
True. Number 7. Phil's last name was originally Hartman with 2 N's, but he later dropped the second N. This was after reading I Ching, the ancient Chinese book of changes, which calculates a symbolic numeral value to certain letters. The destiny number of the name Phil Hartman with 2 N's is 8, which symbolizes ambition and a simple yet satisfying family life. The name Phil Hartman with 1 N has a destiny value of 3, which translates to the height of artistic fulfillment and the pinnacle of creativity. That was way more in line with Phil Hartman's goals for himself.
That's really cool. I mean, I would never think to look at a spelling of someone's name to identify what it really represents. So that's really unique that he decided to not only do that, but then act on it.
Right, it's like you do you, boo.
Right. Number 8. According to the biography, You Might Remember Me, Hartman would sometimes show up to set with scratches on his face after fighting with his wife Bryn the night before.
It's not fun to have times where you have to go someplace and have scratches or whatever on your face and pretend that everything's just fine.
Right. I mean, in normal life, but then being a celebrity, as you will, it just adds a heightened level of awareness. It's unfortunate.
Number 9. Hartman was born on September 24th, 1948 in Brantford, Ontario, Canada, to Doris Marguerite and Rupert Lobig Hartman. He was the fourth of 8 children. So I can say, as a middle child myself, I kind of understand the whole middle child thing.
Yeah, I can't say that I agree, but glad you can.
Well, that's because you're an older child, you know. You're the eldest child, if you will.
Right. Number 10. Though his SNL colleagues, including Chris Farley, were more than happy to strip down for the show, Hartman refused to even go shirtless for sketches.
I mean, if you gotta be modest, you gotta be modest. And if that's what made him feel comfortable, then you go, Phil Hartman.
Right.
Number 11. Phil Hartman was responsible for designing the logo for Crosby, Stills, and Nash.
That's super cool.
Absolutely. So he put his college degree to work before he became a star on Saturday Night Live.
Number 12. Hartman was originally cast as Zap Brannigan on Groening's cartoon Futurama, but he was murdered before he could contribute.
That's really sad.
Absolutely.
I mean, Futurama, it's just a great show, and I think it would have been even greater if he ended up being on it. And number 13, on May 28th, 1998, Phil was shot to death while sleeping in his Encino, California home by his wife, Bryn Hartman. Bryn left the house and later came back with a friend to show him Phil's body. When the friend went to call 911, Bryn locked herself in the bedroom with Phil's lifeless body and shot herself. It was later discovered by the coroner that Bryn had alcohol, cocaine, and the antidepressant Zoloft in her system. They left behind 2 children.
It's really very tragic.
It really is. I mean, what a waste of a life. As you said, gone way too soon. We thank you for watching this video today. Tell us what your favorite fact about Phil Hartman is.
Or your favorite SNL skit or performance of Phil. Thanks again for watching. If you liked this video, give it a thumbs up.
And if you're not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe to get notified when we post new videos.
After subscribing, ring the bell on YouTube or click follow next to our name on Facebook, then click edit settings. Choose how often you'd like to be notified of new videos. We hope you choose all videos.
After that, tell all your friends.
We hope you enjoy your day and keep being kind to one another.